Namo fundamental teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. The answer path deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dhamma in 100,000 millennium is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to touch on the touch from one true and natural meaning. So we continue on the Bardo, and this is related to the before the Bardo enter the mom womb. So that time we wrap up. So basically, we already been through this thing already. But I just go ahead and we disconnect this for a while. So just it's good to review a little bit, and we can jump. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. That time we done with this thing. Now we can go ahead and do it. Jenny, you want to read this one for me?
Okay. The stage of entering into the mother's womb. At which situations that the Bardo cannot enter into the mother's womb? Those are the times when parents don't intercourse, or during the intercourse, either the sperms or eggs or both are not produced. Again, or when the mother is overweight, has a lot of fat, or suffers from illnesses such as cold uterus, blood clotting, yellowing or mini phlegm, or contraceptive pills, or father's illnesses. For the karma, parents are noble, but the child is inferior, or vice versa. The Bardo cannot enter into the mother's womb. The Buddha said to Ananda, if the situation does not fall into the above situations, the Bardo may enter into the mother's womb. If the conditions are right, when the parents intercourse, the Bardo from far sees the light. Then immediately she flies to that scene. At that moment, due to her past karma, she arises the following thoughts. Like the male Bardo loves the mother and hates the father. For the female Bardo, she loves the father and hates the mother. And also the Bardo sees herself participating in that intercourse with the father or the mother. At that time, the Bardo suddenly felt hot or cold, or saw heavy rain, strong winds, clouds rising, or heard many boring noises, or heard elegant worthy sound. When those illusory scenes appear, depending upon the good or bad karma, the Bardo arises the 10 illusory scenes as the followings. Now I enter the house, I want to go upstairs, I go to the beautiful high temple, I sit on the bed chairs, I enter the cottage, I enter the leaf hut, I go into the forest, I enter the bushes, I penetrate through the wall holes, I enter the fence. When all above illusory scenes were completed across, the Bardo immediately enters into the mother's womb. This pregnancy has 3 mixed conditions: the father's sperms, mother's eggs, karma, and consciousness. This stage is like a person puts ripened milk into a bottle and uses the chopsticks to stir continuously hard until it becomes condensed. The result of mixture of father's sperms, mother's eggs, karma, and consciousness constitutes the kalala, like a condensed milk. This is the human embryo during the first 7 days. Venerable Ananda, like the grass, worms relies on the grass to be born. The grass is not warm, but the grass worm is not born without grass. Due to the cause and condition of the worm in the grass, therefore, the worm's body color is dark green. like the case of a dung beetle is born in feces. Its body color is dark yellow. Likewise, the Kalala depends on the father's sperms and the mother's eggs. Kalala also has its four elements: earth, water, wind, and fire. We are about to begin learning about the 38th week of the fetus development. Why is it so important? The Bardo's consciousness enters the mother's womb, but the power of the karma will create the mental and physical form of the fetus. In the following section, we will see every week that there is a unique karma when creates a specific part of the body. Likewise, a sculptor uses the clay to create.
Okay, sorry. Okay, that's good. I think we go too far. Okay, that's okay.
To create a human body. If there is any part of the body not well carved, then the sculptor will take that part out and redo it. During the 38th week of the fetus development, if there is a problem found in the fetus when the mother takes an ultrasound or x-ray, what would we do? This is why in the next section that we will learn more about the 38th week of the fetus development and learn about the techniques dealing with the fetus problem. With this knowledge, it would help us to make a proper decision on this matter.
Okay, good. So, what about, let's go back to here. So you understand the first section right here, right? In which situation that the body cannot enter into the mother womb, right? This is
Yes.
very clear, straightforward. And also in here, it's mentioned about the karma. The parent are noble, but the child is inferior, or vice versa. That means the body cannot enter into the womb. You understand this, right? I think
Yes.
I explained this thing to you to you and William in the past.
So then what happens if the Bardo does not enter the womb? Is that when like a female has a miscarriage? Is that what happens? Like just problems that happen?
No. Miscarriage, that mean the body already in the womb, right?
Oh yes, okay.
Okay. But this is not yet into the womb, right? So that means the body try to get into the womb, but it not happen. Therefore, they not miscarriage. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um, and miscarriage that also depend on the karma, right? The mom karma or the baby karma. If they are in case that let's say that the baby karma, if he or she in the past have a lot of killing karma, that means dealing with the killing, then that means the lifespan of the baby or even the fetus is very short within that, and that's why it's not even last for whatever the month or day or whatever. And also sometimes the mom karma is very heavy on that, and that also impact on the womb, on the fetus. So that's what we will learn more into the 38-week development. Okay. Okay, the Buddha said, right, all the way down here, if the condition, remember the law of cause and effect in Buddhism, we have the law of cause and effect. There are three components: cause, condition, and the effect. Even though let's say that the body have a lot of bad karma in the past, that is the cause, right? But if he have a good condition, then things can change. What is the good condition? Let's say that the body can be able to enter into the womb, right? And he carry with his bad karma. And remember, during the 38-week development of the fetus, the power of the karma, it will create the figure. It will create the fetus form or the body structure. Okay. That's why, let's say that if the karma is so heavy, then that's why the body is not perfect, or it could be a problem. But but if the mom know how to educate it, the fetus while she pregnancy, or and she also know how to pray, and she can change her own karma as well as the fetus inside the womb. And we will learn about this later on. So, so everything could happen. So that's what we call the condition. The condition is change. It's changeable, right? So, but the cause you cannot change, but the condition is changeable. Therefore, everything could happen for the good effect or bad effect, depend on. And sometimes that the fetus they have a good karma maybe, but the mom is not. Then she not take a good care of when she pregnant. She not walk properly. She not sit properly. She jump up and down all day, and that cause the fetus body is not well formed, and you will see why. Okay, and that's also important. That's why the mom is so important. She needs to know how to take care of her fetus while she pregnant. It's so important. Um, okay. Then this one is also easy, right? When the bottle is male or female, they like the opposite gender, opposite sex. They hate the opposite, the same sex. That in general, that is the nature, right? That is our nature, right? So, hmm, okay. And also in here, okay, this is the time that let's say that everything is right. That means the condition is right. When the condition is right, that means the body will be able to enter into the mother womb. But before the body can enter into the mother womb, that means the bottle have to, that means the eight consciousness will lead the five skandha or the five aggregate of the bottle. The five aggregate, that means form, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. You understand this, right? Do you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good, good. So they have to, so the eight consonants have to leave that, just like before a person, a human like us, before we pass away. The eight consonants have to leave our current physical body that we call the five aggregate or five skandhas. So leave that, and the eight consonants will, that means from something, from the form into the emptiness. And when the eight consonant leave the old body fire aggregate, and also the body depend on the karma and also the consciousness. The karma, that means the whatever we have done in the past up to now, and usually it relates to our habit, the habit we have, right? It will create the power. And remember, when we still alive, we do a lot of, we love to do a lot of good deeds, right? Or someone, they he or she always do the bad deed. So that is a habit. And you know what? At the before the near death, uh, and usually that person, the video clip of the whole life of that person, it will relay over and over again for that person, and that will be scary for the one who do the bad deed in their lifetime. It will they will scare, and they, you know what, they will see a lot of unwanted sin, unwanted sin. Okay, that's terrible. But if the one who like to do a lot of good deeds, And the video clip of their life, it will relay over and over again. It makes them joy the good deed they have done in the past. So therefore, they will be able to go into the good path. You understand that part, Jenny?
Yes.
So it's important. It's important. So it's very scary for the bad people when they die. It will be scary for them. But when they are alive, they don't care about the consequence. When they do things, they care less about consequence. Um, anyway, so that means the eight consonant leave the old body. That means from form into emptiness. And when the eight consonants go out the old body, and before it will enter into the Bardo state, that means the new five aggregate of five skandhas. That means the eight consonant is empty. They go into form. You see that, from emptiness into form. And before the Bardo can be able to enter into the mother womb, and before that, that means they will see this this scene right here. That means at the time the Bardo suddenly felt hot, cold, or saw heavy rain, strong wind. This is all their perception. Remember, this is all just like in the dream. They are dream. Okay. So they are not awake, but they are just like in the dreaming. Strong wind, cloud rising, heard many boring noise, or heard arrogant, worthy sound, depend on the good karma or the bad karma they have. Then those things will appear accordingly. When those illusory sin, that's why we call it illusory sin, it's not true, appear depend upon the good or bad karma, the Bardo write the 10 illusory sin at the following. Now I enter the house. I want to go upstairs. I want to go to the beautiful high temple. I sit on the chair. I enter the cottage. I enter the leap hub. This is usually for the good path. I go into the forest, maybe also could be a good path. I enter the bush. This is very bad. Usually, when we enter the bush, what does that mean? It means that we could become the snake. We could become the whatever the animal relate to that situation. Okay. I penetrate the wall hole, and maybe it could be bad too. I enter the fan. This is also similar to the bush, right? So these are we try to avoid this thing here, but sometimes we cannot control this because we in the dream state. When all above illusory sin, so depend on good or bad, they will see some of those. Okay. Um, Once they saw that, they will lead the Bardo by Skanda, or that means the eight consonant. They will lead that, and the eight consonant that means they enter into the mother womb. Okay, not the Bardo, but the eight consonants. Remember that. So from the form to the emptiness, and from the emptiness, that means the eight consonant enter into the mother womb. It means to the form. See that? That's important. This is what we call the Buddha teaching about emptiness. This is the emptiness right here. Remember, even though in the Buddhism yesterday, Kolang, she asked me a question. I think it's really interesting. Even though we've been through many reincarnation cycle, right? That means death and rebirth all over all the time. But in our body, we do have the one that we call uh, never die, right? That means it's non-death. You know what is that? What is the which one is never die?
Consciousness.
Consciousness.
Karma and karma.
No. Those things can change, right? those things can change. This is very see right very good. Actually, it comes from the venerable Zen master Hòa thượng Thanh Từ. He asked that question to the lay people when they listen to the Dharma. But they still not understand why. But after we learn this, we know this thing very clearly. The alaya, right? It represents the eight consciousness. When we still the ordinary, that means we are an unenlightened one. We're not enlightened yet. It's called the eight consciousness, or we call alaya, right? The eight consciousness never die. Remember that. It just carry the karma and the consciousness we have. The eighth consciousness is the one living from one body, enter into the other over and over again, never die. And in other religion, they call the spirits, but in Buddhism, we don't go by that. We don't call. In the other religion, they call the soul, right? We don't go by that, because when you accept the soul, that means they a physical soul. But in Buddhism, there is no such thing called soul. So the alaya or the eighth consciousness is for the unenlightened one. But when the one become enlightened, the alaya or the eighth consciousness will transform into the four wisdom. And I already told you in the past. We can revisit that sometime. So basically, wisdom. Therefore, when we have wisdom, we be able to break the 12 interdependent link. Because the first one is called the ignorant, right? Due to the ignorant, we create karma. Due to the karma, it's conditioned to consciousness. Due to consciousness, it's conditioned to the name and form. That means the body and mind. Due to that, it creates the sixth sense base. That means the sixth sense internal and external sixth sense object. And due to that, we have the contact between the sixth sense and the object. Due to the contact, we have the feeling. Due to the feeling, we have the craving. Due to the craving, we hold, right? We wrapping, right? Due to the wrapping, where we want to what we call, we want to become. That means to born. That is to when we leave this body, we want to find the next body. That's what to become. Okay. And then when I have time, I will go to the trailing, so you understand the trailing and how we use that in the daily life, and it will be helpful for us to understand that. I think that's a good idea too. So anyway, let's go back here. One, the eighth consonant enter the womb, right? After they see all this thing here. So we also know that the fence, the bush, maybe the forest, or also the how the wall, how hole. Those things is not a good thing to we don't want to enter in those things, right? Otherwise, we could be fall into the penetrate for wall hole. Could be hungry ghost. Who knows, right? So those things are very scary. So okay, let's see. And this is also the mixture, the result of the mixture of father, sperm, the mother, egg, karma, and consonant, all these things together, it constitutes the kalala. It's like a condensed milk. Okay? This is the beginning of the human embryo during the first 7 days. You see, it's beautiful. This is
It's during the first 7 days, is that when the alaya enters the mother's egg, or when does it enter?
okay. Remember, the 8 consonant, that means the consonant. When we say consonant in this context here, it means the 8 consonant. Okay. The number eight, not the 8, not 8 consonant, but the number 8. Okay. That means the alaya. Okay.
Yes.
Uh, that that will enter into the womb, because the condition is the father's sperm and the mother egg is the condition that help the consonant to be able to enter. Without that, the consonant have no idea how to get into it. So this is the condition, right? And
Oh, okay.
the consonant also carry the comma with the consonant, right? Because alaya is the storage of all the comma that we have. And remember one thing, the criteria that determine our next destiny is the power of the karma, that means the habits, and also the consonant. We talking about the current state of the consonant. Let's say that by the near death, right, situation, even though we have a bad karma, very heavy bad karma, and that means we could easily fall into the 3 evil paths. That means animal, hungry ghost, hell, easily. But fortunately, we met the wise advisor, and they give us the good instruction. And when we listen to the wise advisor instruction, and we have a faith in that person, and we holding on that advice, that help us to have the strong consciousness state of the current state. If the current state of consciousness becomes so strong because of focus, and it's just like the train, right? The train, you see the head of the train, the engine, right? It will pull the train. What do you call the container of the train, right? Or is that what you call? Anyway, it will pull all those things, and you imagine the karma, the power of the karma. It's just like the container of those train, right? But the head engine of the train is just like the state the current state of the consonant, right? The state of the current consonant that is depend on the power of this one right here. It could lead us to the good destiny or bad destiny, depend on. So sometimes when we are still uh, alive, we did a lot of good karma, but somehow at the end, near death, we encounter the negative negative karmic affinity. That means the one who caused us get angry. You know what? That will lead us to the bad destiny. So it depends. So this is a very sensitive state. The Bardo state is so sensitive. So we have to be very, very careful. And once you understand the Bardo state, and when we have the loved one just pass away, we know how to take care of them. And if you be able to help them, that means you help yourself. Remember, when we prepare and help them with the praying, all those things, okay, there are 7, the total is 7 marriage, and 6 out of 7, it belong to us. and only 1 out of 7 belong to the one who passed away. So, but they need only 1 out of 7, good enough for them to be able to liberate from the evil realm if we sincere. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. I have a question. So when somebody dies and okay, so I'll just give an example. So let's say a doctor, just love to help people and heal and they were at the hospital always helping, and they didn't really have another life. That was pretty much their only life, is to help patients. And so that doctor died, and when that doctor died, it stayed in the hospital because it still believed that it was still helping people. So how can you get somebody out, or how can you get somebody out of that to make them realize that they're dead?
Okay.
And how do we prevent from not, from that not happening to us when we die, like when we get stuck somewhere?
Okay, the situation, it depends. So the one who died, but they do not realize they are dying. They are the situation that we do in the wartime when the soldier they are in the battlefield, right? They fight and they die during the battlefield, right? They do not know they die, and the state of the state of the mind for that, they upholding on the battlefield for a long time. And they thought that they still in the war. That means even the war is over for many years, but they still think that they is still in the war. Okay, that is one situation. But usually for the normal people who die in the ordinary way, that means we sick and we die. That's normal, and usually they will know. They will know. They will know. But for the one who do not know, and how do we help them? In Buddhism, we have a way to do that. Okay, first of all, you can use the mirror. We can ask them to look into the mirror. If they do not see the reflection of their own body, that means they pass away because they do not have the physical body. That is one way.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because the reflection only works when we have a physical body. Okay, so
And some people, and I guess what I'm wondering is, do some people take it like, oh, okay, do they realize, oh, okay, I'm dead, and they move on, they go where they need to go? Or do some people say, no, you're wrong, and they just continue to be in denial? Like,
uh,
can that happen?
I'm not too sure. I'm not dead yet. I don't know.
Okay.
But actually, when the common sense, they will accept it. I think most of them, they will accept the common sense, right? But also they a way that we can in Buddhism, when we talk to them, remember, when we talk to them, we can use our mind to communicate with them in the
Yes.
sincere way, in the compassionate way. We just tell them that you are no longer belong to this world because you already passed away. Um, um, and if you not believe me, you can look into the mirror or into the water. You will not see your reflection. And secondly, but we have to calm them down, because usually if they are the one who do not know they passed away for a long time, and when they just realize that they realize that they passed away, they will be in the panic state. They will be in the panic state, and we have to help them to calm them down. And the way we calm them down is we could say that everything come and go, right? Everything in life it's impermanent. But even though it's impermanent, but there is permanent in every one of us. That is the eighth concept. So we need to confirm with them that so even though you are no longer have the physical body, but you still exist, right? That's what we can tell them. That is the proof already. What makes you to continue on, even though you no longer have a physical body? That is the eighth consciousness. And we say that the eighth consciousness is the one holding the good and the bad karma that we have done in the past. But if you have if you be able to realize that everything can change, nothing is fixed forever, because they are in that state, they will know. We may not know more than they are, but when we give them the wisdom, they will be able to recognize quickly. Okay, that is important. And so even though that if you uphold to the current state, you will become the homeless ghost. That means you have nowhere to rely on, nowhere to just like you have no refuge, right? No refuge. So what you can do, I can help you to pray for it, and when we pray for them with the sincere compassion, that kind of energy we generate it, they are the one can feel it right away, because they are the one who in that state already. This is the consciousness. It's just the energy form. It's just another form of energy, and they can pick up that vibration energy very quick. When you have a good thought to them, they know right away. They can feel it right away, and that is very easy for us to help them. And when we recite the Buddhist sutra, and they will be able to see the vibration of the good energy come from us. Okay, and they will be grateful to what we done for them. I will tell you a quick story that yesterday I shared this story to the Vietnamese class. When I was in California, maybe in 2000, I think this is in 2017, I guess. Yeah, 2017, and at my house, I always every weekend I have the Vietnamese class. I teach the Vietnamese class as well as the Buddhist class for the kids, and sometimes I also teach them computer as well. So my Saturday class is just like the big family. That means many parents and children, they came over and they prepare food for the whole big family. Well, the kids they very enjoy the class as well as the environment. So, and in this group, there is one lady with the four young kids. They under 18 at that time, and she have the aunt, right? The aunt who were in the hospital for many months, but when she passed away, somehow I don't know why the hospital cannot be able to contact her son, and you know what? They put her into the freezer for 4 weeks before this lady, she went to the hospital and visit her, and she found out that her aunt already passed away. And you know what? She came to me and asked me, what should we do now? And I said that, you know what? When I heard this thing, I said, This is a terrible karma that she been in this way. When we die with no one beside us and no one help, and even though we in the freezer for that many weeks, oh my goodness, that is a bad, very heavy karma. So, but I say that don't worry, we can still be able to help her because the 49 days, that means 7 weeks. We still have some time to help them. And I told them that every night, you and your 4 kids, we find, that means we sit together, we will beside the sutra, that is the what we call the Earth Stone Bodhisattva Sutra. It's a 13 chapter. Every day we read one chapter. We read in English. We don't read in Vietnamese because the kids only understand English. And you know what? I did in my first time read in English in the sutra, but in a couple of times I read just like Vietnamese. Anyway, so after 2 or 3 weeks, we complete the section. That means the 49 days. And you know what? The her cousin, that means the other lady, she have a dream, and she saw her aunt come and see and she saw her aunt very happy. You know what? Everything is changeable, depend on the way that we care for our loved ones. You see, we should never underestimate the power of our consciousness. Okay. So the key in here is, the key for the prayer is the love and kindness and compassion is the most important key. That's how we connect everything together. That's how we make everything become beautiful. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, so when we when we care for them, just like we care for our own parents. If you have that mentality, doesn't matter who they are, even though you never met them before, it doesn't matter. But once you have a chance to help them, you help them with the heart of like the way you help your parents. When you have that mindset, that is the way you generate the compassion to them, and they automatically feel it right away, and they will tap onto your praying, and they will enjoy the journey. And we also enjoy the journey as well. So in Buddhism, affinity is very complex. Sometimes the affinity come to the end. We only saw them at the time they pass away. So it's okay. All right, let's move on. There any questions for that?
So what are some of the practices that we can do now so that if we die, we don't get stuck? Like, that doesn't happen to us where we're in denial that we're dead. Like, what can we do now?
Okay, this is the Lai Lama. You know him, right? He a very famous religious
Yes.
leader, as well as he the leader of the country, Tibet, right? He a very compassionate spiritual leader, and he said that every day he contemplates on the death 8 times. 8 times. That means we need to do that. We need to contemplate on our death many times so we can get used to it. And when we come to that state, even though during the near-death situation, if we unfortunately encounter the negative affinity, we be able to overcome those things. You never know, right?
Yes.
What do we contemplate? What kind of thing that we can contemplate? That's it, like we for the dead. What do you think?
I'm thinking that our body dies, that our body, you know, turns into dirt, into, you know, the worms eat it, and that's one thing that we can contemplate, I think. And then another is that things change, you know, that nothing is the same forever. We live in impermanence. There's things always constantly changing, so we are constantly changing. So, you know, don't get stuck in just one thing. So that's another thing. And I think that's it.
Cô Hoàng Lý and Thân Thiền, what do you think?
I think you can contemplate on the good deed that the person did when she was alive.
Okay. Concentrate on the good deed. Okay. That, but we're talking about that we still alive right now. We should contemplate on the death many times, so we get used to it. How do we do that?
We should contemplate on the death. We should face that, not deny. We should realize that it will come one of these days, and we should live with no fear and actually be ready to move on, and knowing that without faith and our cultivation, we would be going up, not going down to, you know, like a hungry ghost area or animal or hell beings.
Okay. Thân Thiền, what do you?
And another thing I'm thinking is contemplate on just letting go. You know, letting go of all your material things, letting go of your family. You know, your kids, your father, your mother. I mean, just absolutely everybody in your life. Just contemplate on letting everything go.
Okay. Thân Thiền, what do you think?
So when I see one of our loved ones died or our friend, and we think that someday we gonna die like them, and we cannot escape from that. And so when we see that someone has disease or very sick, and they are about to die, and that we know that we are going to be sick and have disease like them, and we are going to die like them, and we cannot escape from that.
What happened if someone that let's say that near that situation, if someone come and try to cause you trouble, and what do you think? What kind of mindset do we have in order to avoid the negative affinity?
I think so when someone comes to us like this, we try our best not to do any bad karma. We should let go. And life is almost near to death. And we should try our very best just to let go. Let's go of the best stuff that person are going to cause us trouble.
Okay. All right. So basically, the best way to do it, we think about it. Just like our lifespan is just within the single breath, right? That means when we inhale, without exhale for 5 minutes, our life is over, right? We always think in that term. And you know what? Whatever we have, material, health, family, whatever, we cannot bring with us. And we will be by ourselves. No one will go with us. And if we, and we should know that if we if we holding on this, on the family or on the material or whatever, those things will fall us down no matter what. So we need to learn how to let go of those things. If we don't learn now, we don't contemplate now, when the time comes, you cannot be able to let go. Let's say that at that time your loving daughter come and say, mom, do not, I don't want you to go. You know what? And that will trigger our emotional situation, and it will be we will lean on them, and it's very tough to go, right? It's very tough. So usually when the one who about our loved one about to die, we should not allow anyone to in the room cry. If they crying, we invite them out, because that will disturb and that will cause the negative affinity for this one to go into the good route. Okay, so we make sure that, and also we always praying, and we need to know how to pray, and to let to uplift the pass away spirit, so they can go in peace. That's also important. But when we contemplate, we just think about life. In this life here, everything is impermanent, and life is very short. We can have the morning, we might not have the evening, and whatever thing in life, we try to use this body to do and bring benefit to others as much as we can. But when the time comes that even though we want to do it, but we cannot be able to do it, because due to our sickness and due to our whatever. So if we want to do it now. Don't wait. So when those things come, and we easily let go and easily accept it without remorse. And that's why the wise never fear at death. Only the ignorant one feel fear at death. Okay? All right. Okay, all right, let's move on. Uh, so this is easy, right? And we will learn about okay, the 38th week of fetus. Okay, what? All right. Cô Hoàng Lý, can you go ahead and read the next one here?
Yes. What is that from the beginning? The
From here.
Okay. We are about to begin learning about 38 week of the fetus development. Why is it so important? The Bardo's consciousness enters the mother's womb, but the power of the karma will create the mental and physical form of the fetus. In the following section, we will see every week that there is a unique karma wind creates a specific parts of the body. Likewise, a sculpture uses the clay to create a human body. If there is any part of the body not well carved, then the sculpture will take that part out and redo it. During the 38th week of the fetus development, if there is a problem found in the fetus when the mother takes an ultrasound or x-ray, what would we do? This is why in the next section that we will learn more about the 38th week of the fetus development and learn about the techniques dealing with the fetus problem. With this knowledge, it would help us to make a proper decision in this matter.
All right, we already learned about all this thing right here, right? So I will not go through a lot. So we start, I think it's go to the week 19 or 27. Oh, Wang Li, did you learn about this too in the past?
I think we went through that time. I think we went through that a long time ago, a few months ago.
Okay. Then we can start at okay, maybe we can start at week number Number 19 may be a good number. All right. Something, do you want to read this?
Yes, week 19, Buddha, also due to the power of the previous karma wind from the body-based, gender-based, sixth consciousness and the seventh consciousness base, and to other organs bases are established. And week 19, medical view, your baby measure up to 15.3 centimeter from the head to bottom, crown to rump, and weighs about 240 grams, 8.5 ounces. He's the size of an heirloom tomato. The top of your womb now reaches your belly button, and it grows about a centimeter higher than this each week. The baby's arms and legs are now in the right proportion to the rest of his body, and thin hairs are starting to sprout from his scalp. His brain forming separate, specialized areas that will be responsible for his sense of smell, taste, hearing, vision, and touch. Most moms-to-be first notice litter of flutters between 18 weeks and 20 weeks as the baby wiggles inside. If you've been pregnant before, you may have recognized your baby's movement by now. You may not identify your baby's movement at first, only to discover that what you think is a gaseous tummy is actually your baby doing backflips.
Backflip. Okay, good. What do you think about this? Between the Buddha and the medical view?
I think it looks, let's see. Yeah, I think it's a bit different, I think.
Okay, you know what is the body base? You know what is that?
No, Thai, no.
Body base, that means the faculty, the five sense.
Oh.
The eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, and the body. That's what the body base. The gender base, you know, that between different gender, right? That's what indicates. Female or male, right? Six consonant, that means the brain, the mind, it's established, right? And also the seven consonant base are also established. And remember, only in the Mahayana, we know about seven consonants and the eight consonants. But in the Theravada or in the world, in the science, they do not know about seven and eight. Okay. So seven it represents for the emotion, right? It represents for the self delusion and self view and all those things, right? So that's important. Um, for example, how do we know the baby have the self delusion? When he hungry, right? He will make noise, just like that, something like that. So the body base is just like smell, taste, hearing, vision, and touch. You see that? It aligned, right? It's aligned with the medical. It's amazing. This is the Buddha said about 2,600 years ago. Without instrument, right? He doesn't need instrument in order to see this thing. he has wisdom. He can see that. And also the brain is forming separate That means the 6 consonants represent for the brain. Okay. Let's see what else. And even though the Buddha said that the 7 consonants is represent for the cell, right? That's important. And all the organ base, that means the main organ is established as well. So in here we
So I have a question.
yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand, or just trying to figure it out, I guess. So how do you explain gay people? You know, they're born into, let's say, a male body, but then their mind and, you know, the inside, what you know, how they think, it's more female. Does that due to, I don't know, did they have a very strong female karma in the past and they just brought it with them, and then the body, the male sperm, the biological side of it, just did it get confused, or like what happens then? Like what happens with people like that?
Yeah, this is a very sensitive topic. I don't think it's a good idea to talk about it, but anyway, everything comes from the illusion. Everything comes from the perception, right? So if the mindset, the male or female, it just relates to the mindset about karma. For example, I just give you the what is it? We just did not for the discriminate, but what is the difference between male and female in the way that we behave? I'm talking about in terms of psychology. You know what the difference between the two?
I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
Do you know what the difference between the two, between male and female, relate to the psychology?
No, I don't know.
Cô Hoàng Lý, what did you think about that?
We missed the part that you said earlier. You were broken up. We couldn't.
Okay, I'm asking is when we're talking about male and female, right? So what is the big difference between the male and female in terms of psychology?
Is it the perception?
And I'm not talking about the physical appearance, right? Because appearance, it comes from the mind. Remember that. Appearance comes from the mind. So what the difference between them? I'm talking about the mindset,
I would make a wild guess that for female, it's more going toward the behavior is more like more emotional.
Yeah, more emotional. That's correct, right? They are very emotional. It's nothing wrong, and they not true or false question answer here. We just try to understand the difference first, and we will know why make the difference, right? So basically, the male is they are less emotion than the female, and the female they have more. When they do things very detailed, right? They care. That means they are very tedious, more than male. That make sense?
Yes.
Then also female is when we're talking about emotion, that means for the family, they are more inner than outer, right?
Right.
That means they are the one who care for the family more than the male. I'm talking about between the wife and the husband, right? I'm talking in general. In general, but what happens if the male have those kind of female have those kind of female characteristics. Well, even they are male, but they are female. Does it make sense? But if the female have the male characteristic, even though they are female, but they are the male. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So everything comes from the mind. Sometimes you see the female, they are very strong and they very straightforward. They acted like men, right? So, and sometimes you see the male, they just like the female. The way they act is not that strong. And anyway, so it's similar to that. So that also implies the way we think and whatever we have here, it come out from the form. But sometimes you see it contradict, right? Why they are in the form of male, but they have the mindset of female. Why is that? Well,
Does that have to do with karma?
well, karma is one thing. Karma, that means usually they have a habit of that kind of mindset, right? That create the power of those things. But also the current mindset also they could have a little bit different than, because our mind change from time to time. They are not always the same. That's why when we're talking about the mind, it's impermanent. So don't hold on your mind, don't trust your mind, right? Our mind is very impermanent, it's not reliable. So that might give you some idea about your question. Okay, so I will not answer your question because this is very sensitive. I do not want to tap into that topic. Okay, all right. Anyway, let's stop right here. Okay, let's stop right here, and we go to do the mantra, maybe. Yeah, I think the mantra is more fun. Okay, let's see. I think it's a good idea to stop the recording, right? Before, oh, you know what? It's okay. Let me open the. Oh. So when we change, we need to change ourselves. Then we don't have to ask other people to change. We change ourselves, and hopefully they will change accordingly. Okay? So that's a good thing about Buddhism, right? All right. Okay. Last time we stopped at the number 70, right? Okay, number 70. Jenny, did you do this thing at home? Jenny?
Yes, I tried to do it.
Oh, wow. You are excellent. Wow. Very dedicated. Okay. But don't worry, this is one of the most difficult mantra in Buddhism. So don't feel bad. Even though it took me a long time to memorize all this. That's okay. Nam mô Lăng Nghiêm Hội Thượng Phật Bồ Tát. Nam mô Lăng Nghiêm Hội Thượng Phật Bồ Tát. Nam mô Lăng Nghiêm Hội Thượng Phật Bồ Tát. Okay, we can read together all the way to 70. Eventually, we will read the whole thing. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Tô Già Đa Ya A Ra Ha Đế Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Tọa. Nam mô Tát Đắc Tha Phật Đà Cu Chi Sắc Ni Sam. Nam mô Tát Bà Bột Đà Bột Địa Tát Đa Bề Tề. Nam mô Tát Đa Nậm Tam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Cu Chi Nậm Ta Xá Ra Bà Ca Tăng Già Nậm. Nam mô Lô Kê A La Hán Đa Nậm. Nam mô Tô Lô Đa Ba Na Nậm. Nam mô Ta Dứt Đì Đà Già Di Nậm. Nam mô Lô Kê Tá Già Đa Nậm Tam Miệu Già Ba Ra Đề Ba Đa Nậm. Nam mô Đề Bà Ly Sắc Nọ. Nam mô Tăng Đà Ya Tỳ Địa Ya Đà Ra Ly Sắc Nọ Sa Ba Na Hiên Ra Ta Ta Ra Ma Ta Nậm. Nam mô Bà Ra Ha Ma Ni. Nam mô Nhân Đà Ra Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đề Lô Đà Ra Ya U Ma Bát Đê Ta Hê Già Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đề Na Ra Ya Na Ya Bàn Dạ Ma Tam Mô Đà Ya. Nam mô Tâm Kiên Rị Đa Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đề Ma Ca Ra Ya. Địa Rị Đăng Lạc Na Già Ra Đi Đà Ram Manakaraya Địa Mục Đệ Thi Ma Sa Na Ne Bà Tăng Ne Ma Đăng Rị Già Na. Nam mô Tăng Yên Rị Đa Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế Na Tha Già Đa Câu Ra Ya. Nam mô Bắt Đầu Mà Câu Ra Ya. Nam mô Bà Xà Đa Câu Ra. Nam mô Mani Câu Ra Ya. Nam mô Già Xà Câu Ra Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế Nê Rì Chà Yu Ra Tây Na Bà Ra Ha Ra Na Ra Sa Ya Na Tha Ya Ra Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế. Nam mô A Di Đà Bà Già Đa Tha Ya Đa Ya Ra Đế Nam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế A So Bệ Ya Đa Tha Ya Đa Ya Ra Đế Nam Miệu Tam Bồ Đà Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế. Okay. When I read fast, I read different melody. But when I read slow, I will go with this kind of melody. Can you be able to follow?
Yes.
So my internet is very bad.
Yes, Thầy.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. Oh, yesterday I also have the internet very bad. I have to be reset the modem. But most of the time, the internet is okay. Something. I think during the lecture time, we're okay.
I think I missed a few, not so much. Only a few minutes. One minute.
So you mean it happened a lot, or only one in a while?
It's happened only once in a while.
Oh man, that's not good. Okay, anyway. Oh mom. Okay, anyway. Okay, we do number 71 to 80 together. Bệ sa xà ya câu lô phệ chủ rị ya bán ra bà ra xà ya đa đa ya nam mô bà ya bà đề tam bộ sư bi đa tăng lăng nại ra là xà ya đa ya a ra ha đế tam miệu tam bồ đà ya. All right, Jenny, you can do it by yourself. I think you are very good.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
Nam mô Ba Ya Ba De Be Sa Sa Ya Cao Lô Phệ Tru Ri Ya Ba Ra Sa Ya Da Tha Ya Da Ya. Nam mô Ba Ya Ba De Tambo Su Bi Da Tha Lan Dai Ra Lak Sa Ya Da Ya Ara Ha De Tamu Tambo Da Ya.
I thought you were with me.
Okay.
Okay, Thắng Thiện, you want to try it?
Okay. 70.
Yeah.
Nam mô Bà Già Đế Bế Sa Ya Cầu Ngôi Phệ Trừ Vì Ya bác wa bà wa sa ya da tha ya da ya namo bà ya bà đế tam bồ sự bí ya đa ngàn nhà wa ngàn sa ya da tha ya da ya awa ha đế tam miệu tam bồ đại ya.
Oh, John, you want to try it?
Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế Ba Sa Sa Ya Coi Lỗ Phệ Chú Vị Ya Bát Ra Sa Ya Tá Tà Giả Đà Ya. Nam mô Bà Già Bà Đế Tam Bồ Sư Vị Ya Thất Lan Na Ra Lắc Sa Ya Tá Thầy Giả Đà Ya A Ra Ha Đế Tam Miểu Tam Bồ Đà Ya.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, let's stop right here, and let we do the trend for the marriage, and we stop right here today. To next week we will not have class because we have the mid autumn festival for the kids on Sunday. That means in Vietnamese we call Tết Trung Thu for the kids. We might not have class. I will send out the announcement soon. Okay. Okay. Hopefully everything is nothing there no change, so we can may every living being, our minds one and radiant with light, share the fruit of peace with heart of goodness, luminous and right. If people hear and see our hand and heart can find in human unity, may their mind awake to great compassion, wisdom, and joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow live their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turn into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise. Okay. All right. Thank you. Oh, cô Lan, can you cô quản lý, cô Lan, she have the good link for you how to learn the memorize the chú Lăng Nghiêm. She have the good link. Can you share to cô quản lý, cô Lan?
Dạ được thầy.
Okay.
Cảm ơn chị.
Okay.
Chị đợi em bỏ vô chat nha.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And this is in Vietnamese, so it will not benefit to you, Jenny. So you don't know how to read it. Well, you know how to read Vietnamese, but you do not understand yet. Maybe later on you might.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's very confusing. I can only memorize up to 30, and that's been like 2 months. So bad.
No, you're doing really good. It took me about when I do before 20 years ago. I do this in Chinese. The great compassion or the I did not